We'll look at indexing using isin. Let's create a simple series to show you an example. So pd.series, let's use NumPy's arrange method. Let's say 7 and p.arrange 7, and for index let's also use NumPy's arrange method, and then we'll index our series using a reverse order. So we can say index starting with -1. So indexing in this case will start with 6 and then goes down to 0, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and so on. Let's save this in a variable called ss. Let's see our series object. So we have values 0 through 6, and then indexing is in reverse order, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Let's use isin to see which of the indexes have the values 1, 3, 5, or 7. How can we do that? We can simply say, so our series object ss dot isin, and then we simply pass a list of the values that we want. In this case 1, 3, 5, and 7. So this says our series object is in 1, 3, 5, or 7. So this will return a boolean true or false for each of our index values. For instance, index 6 is 0, so that will be false. For our second row, the value is 1, so that will be true. And it will also be true for index 3 because the value is 3, and so on. So if we run this, we get false, true, false, true, false. Whenever the value is equal to 1, 3, 5, or 7, we get true for that index. And if we want to see each index and value where this condition is true, we can simply say our series object where our series object is in 1, 3, 5, and 7, 5 or 7. In this case, we'll see 1, 2, 3 rows, right? Since the values are 1, 3, and 5. Okay, next let's create a data frame and see an example of how we can use indexing using isin. And let's save it in a variable called data frame. So pd.data frame. Let's use a dictionary to create our data frame. Let's say key 1 for our key, and for values let's pass a list of numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. For our second key and value combo, let's say key 2, and for values let's pass a list of alphabets. Let's say A, B, C, D, and E. Let's pass one more key and value combo, key 3. And for values, let's pass another list of alphabets. Let's say X, Y, Z, S, and K. So if we look at our data frame, we have 5 rows and 3 columns. And let's create some values. Let's say we want to see the rows where certain values are true. And let's save this in a variable called var. And let's say we want to see the values x, k, 4, and 5. So we can say our data frame is in, and then let's pass the values that we created. We saved it in this variable var, so we'll pass that. And if we run this, we get a Boolean result, true or false. So wherever we have one of these values in our data frame, we have true. And if we want to see the rows where those conditions are true, we can simply say our data frame, where our data frame values is in variables, right? And that will give us the rows. So the first one, x, and the last two, they have those values specified in our variables here, x, k, 4, and 5. 4, 5, k, and x, and we get no value for the remaining. And similarly, we can create different variables. Let's say, let's create 1, 2, 3. What else do we have here? B and C. Let's say B and C. So if we want to see these variables in our data frame, we can simply say our data frame is in, then we can simply pass our variables object. So this will return true if our data frame has these values. So whenever these conditions are true, we get true. So whenever we have these values in our data frame, 1, 2, 3, BC, we get true value for those variables. So if we see our original data frame, this is it. So since the values here are 1, 2, 3, we get true for those. And the rest are B and C. B and C are right here, so we got true for those. Great. So this is what I have for indexing using isin. So in this lecture, we looked at examples of how we can use isin in series and data frame. Thank you everyone, and see you at the next lecture.